Akira is trapped in a dream world, being hunted by Saiko, the murderous girl in his class who was obsessed with him. Alongside Saiko, some others such as Yui, his own crush, and Elisu, Saiko's seemingly childhood friend, all go after Akira, who desperately tries to find a way to escape this hell, guided by an unseen demon. I already made a video going over the main plot and the first two endings, which can be achieved through completing the first mode, which is called Awake. If you haven't already watched it, I leave the link down in the description and a card above. Just as a quick summary, as Akira wakes up in this unfamiliar dark forest, finding a zombie version of Sayaka, the real name of Saiko, he has two ways of completing the level and moving on to the next level. In here, he can give Sayaka a beating heart, which makes her help Akira to hold Yui back, who in here is psychotic and wants to kill Akira, which allows Akira to get the key that she is keeping to open a door which acts like a portal leading to the next level. The other way Akira can obtain the key is through listening to a demon's instructions and offer Sayaka's heart as an offering in its shrine, who would then give Akira a hammer which can be used as a weapon to kill Yui and take the key. For this ritual to work, the demon whose voice echoes in Akira's head tells him that he needs to take the heart of someone that loves him, hence being Sayaka's, as she loves him. Through either path, Akira can open the door and go to the next realm called Hell, in which he is hunted by Elisu in the rabbit suit, which means she is a lot more agile and nimble, easily overpowering Akira. We also learn either way Yui is still alive, even being hit by the hammer, as she opens her eyes and is steadfast in taking revenge on Akira. I won't delve deeper in these two endings, as I already made a video about, which is available for you to watch. Continuing on from the last video, and here Akira goes to the demon's shrine where he gets instructed that he needs to find and collect 5 missing parts of Sayaka's rabbit doll and put them all together in order for the demon to help him get a key and get out of this new forest where he is threatened by Elisu. The demon explains that each part of the doll is nailed on a random tree in the forest, and Akira needs to take a hammer to pull the nails and return the parts undamaged, as if being some sort of a sick ritual. A little backstory on Elisu: she has very similar appearance to Sayaka and at times even acts like her, as if she is her. However, she has short hair and it's clear that she is a different entity. There's not much information on Hatsune Elisu, but she seems to be closely related to Sayaka, and she is even seen in a nightmare scenario alongside Sayaka in bunny suits in the last game, depicting them to be in two different bodies. It's not very clear if Elisu is another personification of the evil persona Sayaka has, if it is the evil that hunts Sayaka, or if she is an actual person who was Sayaka's childhood friend. The most likely of all would be that Elisu is Sayaka's alter ego, as it appeared in many places that Sayaka would be only expected. She also shares very close resemblance to Sayaka, both in mannerism and appearance, chasing after Akira to kill him, yet calling him senpai and flirting with him. In the scene where both of them are seen together, it's possible that it's a nightmare scenario. That's why Akira sees them as two different separate bodies. So this in a way suggests that Elisu has similar feelings towards Akira, same as what Sayaka feels towards him, and she is not otherwise seen in the school or outside of nightmare scenario, so it's most likely her evil persona, whom Akira sees as a monster being, which in Yandere mode acts savagely and ruthlessly. Anyhow, as Akira goes on a journey finding all the nailed missing parts of Sayaka's doll, trying to evade a psychotic Elisu, the demon instructs him to obtain a heart of someone who cares for him and loves him. As a result, evading Elisu, who does some fantastic parkour moves and throws axes at Akira, which miss him just by a hair, he manages to open the door, leaving it open, finding the corpse of Sayaka lying on the floor with her heart right next to her, being safe from Elisu for the time being. Just then, an alive Yui locks the door behind him and picks up a piece of branch and hits him hard in the head, which leads to him getting knocked out and passing out. He then eventually awakens with neither Sayaka or Yui being present. Alternatively, there is another similar ending in which Akira can obtain a phone, which will become really handy. If he carries out some extra tasks, the shrine provides him with a phone, which leads to the other ending in the mode known as Hungry. The ending is quite consistent and similar to the other normal ending, with Elisu chasing after Akira and throwing axes at him, which he nearly misses, going to the other realm to complete some more tasks. In there, he finds a phone, which he immediately picks up, and as he hears Elisu's manic laughs, he jumps in the nearby bush and hides. In here, Sayaka is fully revived and her hunger is maxed out, looking for anything to eat, which means due to the uncontrollable hunger, she is a threat to Akira and can savagely bite him to consume him. This is in addition to Yui also being present, chasing after Akira with a pair of scissors to kill him. If Akira feels scared and cannot take on both of the threats at the same time, he takes a weapon from the shrine and hits Yui with the hammer again, taking her keys and escapes to the other realm. In the meantime, the hungry Sayaka chases after him just to take a bite, in a cute and innocent manner saying that she is hungry and that she cannot control herself. That's when Akira jumps in a bush and hides, seeing Sayaka, who has been chasing after him relentlessly, getting distracted by a piece of flesh, eating on it, when Akira in a guilty manner gets out of the bush and gives Sayaka a last look before opening the door and leaving. In an alternate ending, when Akira enters this new realm called Hunger, where Sayaka is fully recovered, he gets instructed by the demon that he needs to leave this realm with Sayaka in order to complete the tasks, and then eventually open the cage of the doll. This unfortunately for Akira means that a hungry Sayaka needs to be satiated in order to be in her normal demeanor, not attacking Akira, which in other words means that Akira needs to use himself as bait and offer himself as food, so Sayaka can feed on him. Being shocked to what the demon is suggesting, it continues that Akira can drink a special immortality potion, which could theoretically keep him alive. Listening to the demon, Akira drinks the potion and offers himself to Sayaka, who lunges at him and slowly bites him. Bite after bite, which leads to Akira losing his consciousness. Thinking that it's the end and it's over for him, he awakens with Sayaka on his chest, seemingly fully satiated and happy, which turns out that the demon was telling the truth and in fact the potion saved him and made him immortal. This allows Akira to go to the door with Sayaka, who finds a key for him, apologizing for consuming him as she couldn't help it. Akira manages to open the door with the key she found, taking her hand and taking her to the other realm, going together.
Daijoubu. 許してやるよ。行こう。
Hand in hand, going to the other realm, which is called Rotten, Akira looks back, seeing that Sayaka's arm has detached from her body and that he is all alone, with Yui reappearing in front of him, taunting him and intending to kill him. In here, following the demon's instructions and burning the torches for each prayer for the demon at different trees, Sayaka's plush doll comes to life, hiding on a tree. The demon conjures a special stone which Akira needs to use to drop the plush and take it to the shrine in order for Elisu to be trapped and taken by the demon. Doing so causes Elisu to in fact become trapped by the demon, who allows Akira to take a key which opens the cage in the shrine. Using this key on the shrine allows Akira to take the plush which seems to be possessed, which is supposed to protect him. That's when Yui attacks him, and in hopes of the possessed doll protecting him, he holds it up between himself and Yui in fear. Yui, confused to what the hell he is doing, shoves the plush to the side and menacingly and slowly continues taunting Akira, when the plush starts getting possessed by the evil demon that was guiding Akira throughout the game with echoes of his voice in his mind, turning into a large dark monster, taking Yui and killing her in a brutal manner. That's when, after eating the remains of Yui, which traumatizes Akira, it lunges at him and holds him very aggressively, but thanks Akira for breaking the demon out of its confines, which it has been in for years, being tormented, saying that it will be forever in Akira's debt. Subsequently, it gives its number to Akira, saying whenever he needs its help, he can easily dial for the demon, who would very quickly show up. This would be true as when replaying the game with the phone, Akira can dial the demon on either Elisu or Yui, who kills them instantly, saving Akira. This then leads to Akira going through the portal door once more, which is different now, seeing Sayaka walking alone in sadness. As soon as Sayaka sees Akira, her mood instantly changes and they both embrace each other in happiness. That's when they hear a sound, however, jumping into the nearby bush, hiding, seeing Elisu still being somehow alive, kicking down the door but quickly going back as she sees nothing, not noticing that they are hiding. Sayaka holds Akira's hand and tells him to wake up, gently smiling, nudging him, which confuses Akira, looking at her weirdly to what she means. When all of a sudden Sayaka becomes possessed, acting like the demon, shoving Akira down, telling him to wake up more aggressively now, which eventually makes him jump out of bed, realizing it was all nothing but a bad nightmare, in which he was trapped and no matter what, he couldn't wake up unless he was allowed to wake up. By the looks of it, it seems as if the entire dream was controlled and designed by the demon and subconscious of Akira, which was formed from his trauma and PTSD, causing hurdles in the way of the demon to fully control the dream, creating the monsters such as Sayaka, Yui, and Elisu. And I believe the reason the demon made Akira dream as such was to make him free it from its confines in an alternate dream world, a demon which is curiously linked to the plush Sayaka had given to her by her father. As Akira wakes up, he receives a phone call from Shinji, his best friend who was killed by Sayaka in the real world, which rightfully shocks Akira, who picks up the phone, hearing Shinji's voice, being speechless to how any of this is possible and how Shinji could be still alive. In a traumatized and shaky manner, he puts his words together, asking what happened to the girl, referring to Sayaka, to which Shinji says that he took care of her, which plays back time when Shinji said that he took care of Sayaka, which would lead to the events of the first game, where she would kill Shinji and then kidnap Akira, which would ultimately end with Sayaka dying in an accident. So what does this all mean, and how could this be possible? Does it mean whatever Akira experienced was a bad nightmare, or did the events of the first game actually take place? Well, maybe the demon is actually real, trapped in a hellish dream dimension, which has the ability to change the timeline and bring Sayaka and Shinji back to life. As we can see, Akira is shocked when he hears Shinji's voice and asks about Sayaka, meaning the dream happens after the events of the first game, so maybe the timeline has changed and it has revived Sayaka. If you think about it, what was the entire purpose of the dream? Why was Akira specifically chosen to have this weird, horrifying nightmare where he specifically gets chosen by a powerful demon to break it free? Well, this demon possesses the plush and seems to be of the essence of the plush. The plush in the very beginning was seen being drawn by Sayaka in a demonic manner, and just the simple appearance of the plush gives red flags left and right. It's fair to say it doesn't have a typical cutesy look of a plush for children. So maybe the plush which was given to a child Sayaka by her father as a gift was more than just a toy, but a magical and powerful totem holding the spirit of a demon deity, powerful enough to protect her. It's very possible that the ID Sayaka has, which is something her father has as well, is in fact a curse or a demon that possesses them, which can be even seen to how they gain superhuman strength, able to take on many people single-handedly when they black out. Sayaka even has her yandere and nightmarish versions, which are not really human-like, so it's possible her DID and mood swings and shifts shifts in personas is actually the demon taking over to protect her. If we go with this theory, this demon choosing Akira to traverse in the dream realm and specifically break it out of its confines was in fact intentional and canon to the lore, which would allow the demon to have unrestricted power without any restraints, turning back time and changing the timeline in the real world, bringing Sayaka back to life as a covenant it has made to protect her. So it's very possible we will see Sayaka back in the real timeline of the story, and not just in flashbacks and past stories, but subsequent events that are to follow. The lore is getting even deeper with her father, Kisho Himura, being introduced in the latest videos, who has a similar condition to her, blacking out and losing control, committing violent acts. Maybe he made a deal with some sort of a witch or seer to have a magical plush toy possessed with powers to protect his daughter, but this in return would curse both of them with a demon who would occasionally take over their bodies and conduct violent acts. That is what seems to be a very possible direction the story is leaning towards, but as a wise man once said, this is just a theory, a game theory, and anything is possible now. Anyway, I'm really excited to find out more from more game and animation video releases, as the lore is getting unexpectedly really deep. What are your theories? I'd love to hear them, and I might even feature them in the next upcoming video, so make sure to write them down in the comments. As always, it's been your host Star. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on another video. Take care.